We're going to have a great time today. Our special guests include some scientists, some video game industry professionals, and an architect.
I really like the cosmetic industry because, one, I'm a user. I really enjoy cosmetics, personal care products, deodorants, hairsprays, shampoos. And unlike the pharmaceuticals industry, there's no doctor or there's no pharmacist to really stop someone from purchasing those products. It's up to people like me sitting at my desk with a calculator, a textbook, and all these other nerdy things that I read to ensure that all the chemicals that we put on our skin and in our body are safe. And so I'm really dedicated to that. And just, I love the field of toxicology. It's super cool, super interesting. If I ever wanted to leave the cosmetic industry, another thing that I can do is I can work on crime scenes. I can contract that work out. If I ever wanted to evaluate samples, I have many years of laboratory experience. If someone died and we wanted to know how they died, like CSI, you can process some of those tissue samples and see how that works. Other toxicologists will serve as expert witnesses on, court cases in the event that, you need to support a crime or refute a crime, things of that nature. So toxicology is very diverse, super interesting, and I'll see where this journey takes me.
Just a process that I had to go through to become, a licensed architect. You have to, at the time, you had to pass 7 exams. Before that, you needed 3 years of professional experience before you could even take the exam. When I started taking my exams, I passed the first one, on the first try. So I was like, oh man, this is pretty good. I got 1 down, 6 to go. I know the next exam, I failed that same exam like 3 times in a row. And I was just like, okay, well, maybe I'll come back to this one. Let me try another one. Failed that one twice. I was like, oh man, well, maybe, really, because those exams are expensive. So I was just basically throwing away $200 every time I took an exam that I didn't pass. But, I had a goal in mind. And I think that's the biggest thing to combat doubt is to have something that you are striving for, and I knew that by becoming a licensed architect, that it would just give me opportunities.
Part of being a PM is actually working closely with designers to figure out not only what aspects of the game can you make more enjoyable for players, but also what will be what the people that are working on the game will enjoy doing. One of the really great things about the game space is I was actually able to take this to the new level and go travel to different countries to actually meet with these designers in person. I got to go to China to work on Call of Duty Mobile for a bit. And really see how Chinese culture would influence a bit of how that game would work. And so it's interesting that you're already thinking about the best part about games is you can share them with other people, right? That's why people play games. That's why people enjoy entertainment. It's made and designed to share that story and that feeling in those moments with people. And that's one of the best things about entertainment and storytelling as a whole. So it's good you're thinking about that. Designing games is really fun and you get to involve tons of people with different backgrounds. So it's definitely a good reason to get in the game space and one of the reasons I love being in it.
This is it. Well, when you look at my resume, and I have a master's in organic chemistry, and my research was creating drugs to be tested for AIDS and cancer, I sound like a nerd. And so no one wanted to hire me. And I flew myself to a sales conference and with resume in hand, and there's nothing else I can do. I can talk. So I convinced a lady to hire me in a job. And so now what I do, instead of testing pharmaceuticals, I sell pharmaceuticals that are on the market to doctors. And right now I sell an injectable drug for severe asthma.
I went to Northern and I got my undergrad in computer science. Started out as a coder like Ronnie, but she's got a different path than me and a couple folks on here. I always say that there's people who program and then there's programmers. And if you're a programmer, you've got a definite career in technology and moving forward down that path to become a coder or a software engineer. But if you're like me and you're a person who programs, I didn't really have that passion for coding per se. I'm more of managerial. So decided very early on I didn't want to stay coding because it just wasn't my best forte. and kind of went a different path around functional specifications and really looking at business requirements and how to run an organization and how to deliver solutions.